Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. Hopefully, everyone's having a great start to their day. I know I'm about to, because I'm about to do a comparison with these two Nicaraguan roasts that I've done. We have a 16-minute roast at 425, and a second one, 10 minutes and 47 seconds at 425 as well. So I wanted to do a comparison using my AeroPress and see what the differences are in regards to the different roast profiles. So I'm gonna get the water starting to boil. So I got the water going. I got my mugs here, and we're gonna get the beans grinded up and prepped for the AeroPress when we get that started. So let's get going. All right, so the ratio I'm going to do for the AeroPress, I'm going to be doing a 11 gram weight of coffee, and then I'm going to put in 200 grams of boiling water for the recipe. And I'm going to do that for both of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the set date 30 to, let's say, do the 12 setting. Clear out any additional grinds. So, funny thing, I actually recorded myself doing this already, but turns out when I was recording myself doing this, I recorded everything in the slow-mo camera setting. So of course, I go and completely botch that and just have to go and do this again. But instead of doing it back to back, I made sure to give myself some time before fueling myself up with some caffeine. So I don't know why I did that. So let's get 11 grams. We'll start with batch one. So this is the 425 degree coffee at 1559. And when I say 425 degree, what I mean is the drop temp, or the temperature at the time I finished roasting and poured them out of my roaster into my cooling tray. So that's what that term means. If you ever hear someone say the drop temperature was X, that's what that means. I don't always use it because my experience in the roasting game is still so fairly new. I'm just focusing on just bettering myself at every aspect of the roasting process. So what my tactic is for the bags of green beans I currently have is to continue roasting X amount of batches at a certain temperature, and I'm jumping every 10 degrees. So like when I first started, I did roast between 400 and 410, second batch 410 to 420, and then this one I did 420 to 425. Oh, I'm sorry, I did 425. I had a targeted roast temp, and I just varied the timing to see what the differences are, just to get comparisons as well as get a better understanding of what the ideal roast profile is for these beans. So I think so far, out of all of the beans I've roasted for this Nicaraguan roast, I think there was one roast that I did that was 415, between 415 and 420, and I thought that roast brought out the most flavors that I enjoy. So I have that in the back of my mind, but I also still want to venture upwards in temp just to see what other tasting profiles will develop as I continue roasting this bean specifically, because you never know, there may be an ideal roast temperature or profile for this bean that really just brings out the best of both worlds in terms of acidity, but like fruitier tones. So when you roast lighter, I think you bring out more of the acidic tones, and then the longer you roast, you get more into like your richer, heavier flavor notes, as in like your caramels and your chocolates, or your carby taste. Like maybe you could taste like a pie crust in your roast. So I tend to go more towards the lighter side. I do enjoy more of the fruitier tones and the lighter tea tones in my coffee. But you know what? Like, why not venture out? I have all these beans to do it, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna stop yapping, and I'm gonna get this guy prepped. So I still have the paper filters that came with it. I continued using James Hoffman's recipe that he used in his video, where it was 11 grams of grinded beans and 200 grams of water. I don't know if that's ideal. It may not be, but that's what I've been using. Pardon me. Yeah, one thing I noticed with the Sete 30 is the retention could suck sometimes. So I have to tap just to get any remaining coffee out that didn't drop. Okay, so we got this. So I want to get this prepped. Okay, and then we got the plunger here. And then what I'll do is I'll weigh, actually, no, let me do that first. I'll weigh the 11 gram drop for batch 2. So batch 2 is the same 425 degree drop temperature, but at 10 minutes and 47 seconds. So it was a quicker roast. And honestly, in terms of my review of these with the espresso, I think these turned out much better. So I think I will prefer these in the long run to the other one. Hey, 11 grams are weighed. Let's get them poured in. Same grind setting, we'll stay at 12, and we'll keep that there for now. Let's get this put back on. Perfect. And I'll tune you guys back in when the water's boiled. All right, so we're pretty much at the boiling point, so I'm just gonna wait for the steam to build up a little bit more like it is right now. And we're good. So now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna pour in 200 grams. Oh, spilled it. Oh, that went over a little bit. Gotta put the plunger in slightly, right there. That should hold the coffee into this cylinder and not drip down. Let me just get this moved out of the way. So I do want to start on the other one. Oh no, I don't want to start on the other one. I lied. So let's give this another minute and 30 seconds. I'm going to clean up this spill. And then after the 2 minutes are up, I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir with like a shake, like a light shake with my hands, and then we'll let it sit for another 30 seconds. And then I'll push it through. I'll plunge. Yeah, I really don't drink coffee this way. I always prefer it as espresso, but I want to dabble into it more. I definitely will not give up espresso as my coffee brewing choice, but I mean, you can still get great flavor this way, and you probably get way more of the true flavor notes by doing an AeroPress or a French press or a pour over. But I just enjoy the profile that an espresso brings to the palate. I love the intensity, and the flavor that comes with it. I think it's great, and it's less to drink. You know, less in the stomach. It's less sloshing around. It's just a quick 2 ounce or 1.67 ounce, 2 ounce, whatever it is, shot that you could drink quick. You could take it. You could drink it quick. You could drink it slow. It's up to you, but. We are, oh, I turned it off. What an idiot. Oh my God. So I'm gonna say we have another 20 seconds. Why'd I do that? All right, let's get the countdown going. All right, so we'll do 20 seconds. I'll give it a stir, and then we'll do another 30 seconds. But yeah, if you guys have any other ways that you enjoy tasting coffee, like let me know below. Like I know pour overs are huge. Okay, so I did my stir. What else is there? I don't like doing drip. I do enjoy cold brew a lot. I actually have a little jug that I can make cold brew with. I have made some really good ones actually when I was living in Austin with an Ethiopian roasted coffee I had. Came out really nice. I do want to maybe I could do a video with that, just making a cold brew. I could show you guys literally how easy it is. It's not even that complicated. The jug I got from Amazon, and then literally you just got to grind up a bunch of coffee beans. But if you have a good roasted bean and you brew it long enough or at the correct time for the cold brew, literally just put the beans in, you put water in it, you let it sit in the fridge, I think for like at least 24 hours, and that thing comes out tasting so good. Okay, this is ready and prepped. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna empty out the filter, put in, or whatever this is, the filter holder, dump it, clean it, and then I'm going to come back in with the new filter, grind the beans, put it in here, and we'll get the next one ready to go. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go clean up. All right, we're back. So got everything cleaned up. I'm going to prep the second round right now. Get that clipped in. Grind the beans already in. Perfect. Done. Let's get this. Ooh, see that smells. It smells so much better. It really does. I think I already have a winner. The one thing that I did mention in one of the previous videos with this roast specifically, that batch 2, is it, even though it said it was a 425 degree drop temp, it really didn't look like the same color of the first roast. It looked lighter, which is why I think I enjoy it more. All right, so this one's ready to go. Let me not screw up this time. Okay. All right, we're gonna pour in. Boom. That's fine. And we are set. 2 minutes on the clock. Yeah, it looks a little lighter too, but I don't think that's a big issue. So we'll give this 2 minutes. I'll check back in with you guys when it's ready. All right, we got 13 more seconds, and then I'll stir it, do another 30, and then we'll get to plunging this or pressing this into the next coffee mug, and then we might be able to get this one a bit of a try. Okay, so 35. You want to wait to 235. No, I'm glad someone brought this up too, because one of the last videos I did using the AeroPress, I was drinking it hot, and I thought that's what you were supposed to do, was just drink the coffee hot after it was pressed. And someone mentioned in the comments, like, wait till it cools down. Like, you don't have to burn your mouth pretty much. You'll actually get way more flavor when it cools down a bit. And I don't know why I didn't think of that, but now I just make sure I let this sit a little bit. Okay, this one's ready. Let's plunge it. That's it. This turned off, good. And I'll get this prepped and ready for the tasting. All right, so we got the coffees here. This was the first one I did, batch 1. And then this is the one I just pressed. This is batch 2, so that's a 10-minute 47-second. This one is the 15-minute 59-second. I think it's cool enough to try. Let's see. You know what I was thinking about, because I'm so bad at picking out flavors that I taste. I gotta get that flavor wheel of the coffee. It's like a big poster or a picture of pretty much every flavor that you can get from different species of coffee bean or region or whatever. And I'm like, maybe if I have that in front of me as I'm trying to figure out what I'm tasting, maybe I'll be able to literally like link it and then just develop the brain further in terms of what the heck I'm drinking, because I don't know. Well, I don't get too much. I feel like I get a berry note, even though it's supposed to be, yeah, strawberry. I feel like I get a strawberry. Doesn't taste like a strawberry though. I'm not getting too much. It's still a little hot. Maybe we'll give that a little time. All right, let's try this again and cool down. So again, this is batch 1, 16 minutes. Hopefully that music in the background doesn't get picked up and then my video gets copyrighted. I really don't think there's much flavor in this. I don't know, this is the one that I've always felt that was bland. And I felt that way because I feel like I let this roast way too long. 16 minutes, and this is the one where I had this change cartridges halfway through for the butane because it ran out. So I don't think it developed correctly. All right, before I just down this one's still a little hot. This is batch 2. Let's just get a taste. If it's too hot, then I'll wait a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely a different flavor. Still a little on the hot side, but it's tolerable. I need to cleanse the taste buds. So the tasting notes for this were cacao nibs, strawberry, vanilla, and black tea. Now, in most of my espresso reviews that I've done, I've always felt like black tea was the most prominent flavor. And then literally a week ago, I pulled an espresso using batch 2 that I have, and I swear I pulled the strawberry flavor out of it. I don't know how, I don't know why. It was that time that it occurred, but it was cool. It was really good. So I guess when you guys aren't watching is when I could taste the good ones, you know. So this one I do get like a tea taste. I get like that tea bitterness, but it's such a light bitterness that it's not like it's not good. It's enjoyable. I don't know. I feel like there's a lightness in there, like a light sweetness. Yeah. Okay. So when I let it sit on my tongue, I did get a taste of strawberry, like a light strawberry, or like a subtle berry. Hmm. So this one definitely is a much better combination of the tasting notes that you're supposed to get with it. I do taste strawberry. I do taste I do taste vanilla. There is a tea for sure. Like I think that's like the aftertaste that I'm getting. Um, or is it like the beginning that I'm tasting tea? I don't know. But that between the two roast profiles there, that's the roast that I would recommend to anyone. Uh, so 10 minutes, 47 seconds, 425-degree drop temperature. When I started roasting with the Hive roaster, I literally started cold. There was no preheating of the roaster itself. I've never done that only because I don't have a metal funnel to funnel the beans in after it heats without burning myself. So if I can get a metal funnel, I can do some preheating, which would definitely enhance the roast. I would think, but this is the one. I'm gonna do this again. Well, I'm gonna roast again probably next week, Christmas week going into New Year's. I want to get another roast. I want to do over 430. I want to see what those would taste like. I want to get like 4 batches of that done with different temperatures. I'll have a benchmark and then I'll have different um, times for each of the roasts to follow. And then I do want to get a roast back at like that high 410s, the teens, to see if I can improve that, because I think that's where my favorite roast profile has been for this bean is that I think it was 417 or something like that. But excited to do that. I just love roasting. If anyone's in Philly, like let me know. If you're nearby Philly or whatever, like send me a message. I always put my Instagram at the end, or DM me on Instagram, even though I don't update it. I got to do better with that. But let me know if you're in Philly. Happy to give you a bag as a thank you, for kind of tuning in and just being one of my people watching. But I really would love to make a business out of this. Like I really, really do enjoy it. I love sharing it. Like it really is such a fulfilling thing for me to be able to do something like this. Like I've always loved like just trying to help the community that I'm in as much as I can. So yeah, let me know. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of these coffees here, and I appreciate you all tuning in as usual. After this, the next video I'm filming is going to be after Christmas. So for anyone who celebrates, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Holidays. Just joy to everyone. And I appreciate everyone, seriously. This has been definitely a big year in terms of growth for me. I've enhanced, I feel like, the content a bit. I've got plenty of more subscribers, which is nice. Even though I'm still at 42, like whatever. Like I'm excited. I'm even getting anyone to just tune in and just come hang out. So appreciate all of you guys, and I'll catch you next time. Enjoy.